Did the Iowa Hawkeyes overachieve? Did the Iowa Hawkeyes have a fabulous campaign? Did Lucy Olson mean everything in the bag of chips to the Hawkeyes program? Hey, you could say yes to all of those questions. I believe so. I think Lucy Olson, I've said this 1,000 times. If it weren't for Lucy Olson, we don't get as far as we got. Um, the competitive edge, the competitive spirit that the Hawkeyes shown allowed us to go further than many would have expected. So I'm proud. It's been a fabulous campaign in the sense that all we did was fight. We were obviously much better defensively, but we had to be um, because we lost so much offensively. Losing the legendary Caitlin Clark, your game is going to have to adjust. Um, Lucy Olsen came in; she did a great job. It just helping this team backcourt stability, um, leadership, keeping things light and loose, playing her game, mid range assassin. Even working on the 3-point shot, getting better at shooting threes. Um, I thought that Addie O'Grady had a pretty solid season. I thought she had some special moments, special games at time. I just Sydney Folter with her high energy, um, never say die attitude on the glass, always fighting. Missed a month of the season and came back. We'll do player grades, but I just wanted to just I'm proud of our players. If you're a Hawkeyes fan watching this, perhaps you are. Maybe you just casually watching. Um, the Hawkeyes definitely had a good season. We finished it with 11 losses, um, 23 wins. I don't obviously like the way we went out. Um, obviously that makes the season end with a resounding thud. But when you stop to reflect and just kind of think back on just how we played and we represented right, we fought correctly. Um, when I say we fought correctly, we always super competitive with teams. We never got blown out. We had a rough half against Maryland, and we rectified that and had a better second half. We could have got blown out against Maryland and Tennessee, but we fought. Did we play the toughest schedule ever? No. But um, in what many were calling the transition year, I ultimately won't let the Oklahoma game make me feel like we didn't do enough. We definitely set the table for a bright future. We definitely set the table for a wonderful outlook as we look forward. We all know that I've talked about this a million times. We obviously have Addison Dill coming in, Journey Houston, Layla Hayes, obviously Tay, Taylor Strimlow, Taylor Mulaney, Ava Hayden, and Aaliyah Guyton will all have a year under their belts. They'll be sophomores, provided none of them enter the portal. Hopefully they don't. So yeah, the future is very promising. That's a lot of sophomores, a lot of freshmen. Callie Levine will be a sophomore too. Um, but that's the future. But I'm just super thankful for this year's team. Salute to all the players that just helped make this a very very good year. Just respectable team, fought for themselves. Fought for the coaches. Coach Jan Jensen did a fabulous job from the sidelines. There's nothing negative that I can say. And the last game of the season literally was the only time we got blown out. And sometimes it's like that. Sometimes it just happens that way. Oklahoma, great team. They just got Aaliyah Chavez to commit to them today. It's just crazy. Oklahoma won twice. yesterday and today. Chavez is an incredible get. We'll see what Oklahoma can do against UConn. But for the Hawkeyes, our season is over. Um, Humbling, but nothing's disconcerting about it. We did the best that we could do, and I'm proud. I'm really proud. Sad to see Sydney Fulter leaving. Sad to see Addie O'Grady leaving. AJ Ettinger. Happy that Kylie staying. But yeah, this is just what it is. 2 years straight to the championship game. We can't get spoiled. Of course, we didn't win it, but we can't. We have to understand where we at and where we at. We're trying to team build. We're trying to build our way back to, that top notch level of success, and that's not easy to do. But with that, hey, comment below. Let me know what you thought of the Hawkeye season. It's RC. Like, share, subscribe, comment if you haven't, and I'm out.